The first day of 2025 brought with it an unspeakable tragedy. The heart of New Orleans, the vibrant and iconic Bourbon Street, became the scene of a horrific terror attack. As revelers celebrated the new year, a pickup truck plowed into the crowded street, leaving behind a trail of carnage and chaos. Witnesses described scenes of panic and horror as the truck sped through the heart of the festivities. The attack, which unfolded just after midnight, transformed a night of joyous celebration into one of unimaginable grief and despair. The bustling street, known for its lively music and festive atmosphere, fell silent as the enormity of the tragedy began to sink in. The air, thick with the smell of gunpowder and the sounds of sirens, was heavy with the weight of loss and disbelief. 14 innocent lives were cut short that night, and at least 30 people were injured, many critically. The victims, a mix of locals and tourists, were united in their pursuit of joy and celebration, their lives tragically intertwined by a senseless act of violence. The attack served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most joyous occasions, and the ever-present threat of extremism that continues to cast a shadow over our world. In the wake of the attack, authorities worked tirelessly to identify the perpetrator and determine his motives. The Federal Bureau of Investigation quickly took the lead in the investigation, working in conjunction with local law enforcement agencies to piece together the events leading up to the attack. Their investigation revealed a chilling portrait of the man behind the wheel. The perpetrator was identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar, a 32-year-old U.S. citizen and military veteran. Jabbar, who had no prior criminal record, was described by neighbors as a loner who had become increasingly withdrawn in recent years. A search of his apartment revealed disturbing evidence of his radicalization, including ISIS propaganda and bomb-making materials. Jabbar's motives, while not entirely clear, appear to be rooted in extremist ideology. An ISIS flag was found in the rental truck he used in the attack, and investigators discovered online posts attributed to him expressing support for the terrorist group. These findings, coupled with his possession of ISIS propaganda, strongly suggest that Jabbar was inspired by the group's ideology of violence and terror. The New Orleans attack highlights the growing threat of online radicalization. The internet, with its vast reach and anonymity, has become a fertile breeding ground for extremist ideologies. Groups like ISIS have become adept at exploiting social media platforms to spread their message of hate and incite violence. Experts believe that Jabbar, like many other lone wolf attackers, was radicalized online. He appears to have been drawn in by ISIS's sophisticated propaganda machine, which often glorifies violence and portrays a distorted view of Islam. The group's online recruiters prey on vulnerable individuals, offering them a sense of belonging and purpose while inciting them to carry out acts of violence. The rise of the digital caliphate poses significant challenges for counterterrorism efforts. Unlike traditional terrorist organizations with physical training camps, online radicalization can occur anywhere, making it difficult to detect and prevent. This case underscores the urgent need for effective strategies to counter online extremism and prevent the spread of radical ideologies. The New Orleans attack is a tragic reminder that terrorism remains a global threat. While ISIS has lost its physical territory in Iraq and Syria, the group continues to inspire attacks around the world. Its affiliates and supporters, fueled by a toxic ideology of hate, remain active and pose a significant danger. This attack also highlights the growing threat of lone wolf terrorism. Individuals like Jabbar, radicalized online and acting independently, can be difficult to detect and pose a unique challenge to law enforcement. Their ability to blend in and operate under the radar makes them particularly dangerous. In the face of this evolving threat, vigilance is paramount. We must remain alert to the signs of radicalization and report any suspicious activity to authorities. We must also work together as a society to counter the narratives of hate and division that fuel extremism. Only through collective action and unwavering resolve can we hope to defeat the scourge of terrorism and build a safer, more peaceful world.